Welcome to Nightpicker Presents Beyond the Plate. Beyond the Plate is a series highlighting our city's favorite chefs and their unique stories. On this episode, I'll be meeting Chef Josh Crowe of Monkland Village's crown jewel, Monkland Tavern. Today, Chef Crowe takes me to his favorite grower, and together we share in this invaluable connection to the land, produce, and farmers. Stay with us, it's going to be sensational. When you first thought, okay, I want to be a chef, was it like farm life, where food comes from, or was it, I want to be a chef in a kitchen and maybe get some chicks?
I think the whole other side of like thinking about farms and stuff like that came with like maturity, I guess. I needed a job and then just really started liking it. And I was supposed to go to university for fine arts because I was an oil painter before. Everything that I was searching for by going into like fine arts, this has everything and more to it. Direct communication with the customer, which is the audience. If I was a painter, that became way more important to me.
I can't help but feel that you are leading the charge, bringing the farm and the farmers into the conversation. Was this something you always wanted for your life as a chef?
Looking at my sort of idols before, I guess I am starting to fit into that role right now where I am now becoming the model for someone else. The interest and the choices that my generation is making now is going to have a huge impact on the future of food. To have this dialogue with our farmers and stuff like that is really about land stewardship. All of this, which is regenerative organic farming, is really just about making the land better for next year's crops, but also just making the land better as a whole. I guess we're all becoming a little bit more hippie-ish, but it's great because it's like, it's going back to sort of the roots of what feeding ourselves is really all about.
Chef, what is it about this farm in particular that has your heart on a plate?
I love her approach to organic farming. We've worked sort of hand in hand where I'm inspired by what she has, but I also help her with what she can grow for the next season.
So by working with chefs, especially Josh, who can always take any challenge we present him, that gives us the opportunity to grow a lot of really cool, different colors, different vegetables in general, knowing that the little experiments that we grow will have maybe not a permanent home. Some of them are a little bit of a miss, but at least we'll be given the opportunity to be tested in the kitchen.
You know, every dish I make is not a hit either, you know, like it's a lot of trial and error, and it's, you know, we're trying to do just something new and different and innovative. And same thing with what you're doing too. So the thing that Annie also does at the restaurant, at the tavern, I was giving up my terrace space during the day so she can do her organic vegetable market.
And yeah, the NDG community as well, very conscious, you know, environmentally, but also about the importance of supporting local and also just supporting the farmers who are kilometers away.
All this stuff, you know, like the reasons to support people like Annie, it's like, well, there's the environmental side, which is super important, you know, like there's obviously the health benefits of eating something that's organic, and honestly, just like the simple, pure flavor of things is normally better. Directly farm to table or farm to fork, yeah, it's a philosophy, it's a lifestyle.
Chef, describe to me the energy in the room, the vibe. What is a typical night here at the tavern?
All right, the vibe here, you know, it's dim lights, it's boisterous, it's loud. Like the kitchen, it is a little bit of a pressure boiler sometimes, but you know, we're all having fun at the same time. You know, you can hear the boys listening to music all night long and like just slanging along, and you know, it's like we're a family of staff here, and I think that sort of translates the way we present service and the way we cook food. It definitely translates to like the experience that the customer is having, and we get told it all the time that they feel like they're part of our family when they come and sit in our seats.
Barbara, Monkland Tavern has been here over 25 years. You're coming up to your 26th year. Tell me how things have evolved over the course of the last decade.
When Josh came along about 11 years ago, he really aligned with my way of thinking, and also taught me a lot about change and going with the seasons and farm to table. And it really opened up my eyes about how this place should run and what's important in life. And I think that we've opened up the eyes to our clientele, our staff. Our staff is all very passionate about it, and how dining the way he cooks is very important. No longer just burgers and fries. People love to come here for a burger, but there's always the crudo and a lot of vegetables. That really, that's been the biggest change.
Chef, what have you learned about yourself, your partner, and your restaurant throughout this last year?
We learned a lot about ourselves, about how far we can push ourselves, how much we can reinvent ourselves, how versatile we really are, and it was great. And it was really important also, I think we learned the importance of staff, and really to do as much as we can to keep our little family here together as much as possible. And I think it was a beneficial thing for our mental health as well. And the definition of a restaurant no longer exists. There's no real sort of framework that we have to work in anymore. You know, we can do what we want. We were a store, we did events, we did sort of good food style boxes, you know, we did everything. All things from Annie's farm, like we just saw earlier today, and some things from our garden as well, which is kind of fun too, but also care of Annie. Over here is a little crudo from, it's made with Ontario pickerel.
That's so good! Coming out of this very difficult year, what will you take with you moving forward?
I didn't realize that I personally was so resilient. And what I take with me is that I feel a very strong bond to Josh and our staff. And I feel like more of a team than we ever were before, even though we were always a great team. And I just know we can do anything if we set our mind to it.